Hey, what is happening, guys? Wanted to just post another video give a quick update on the prior video. On 11/11, we're trading at 6850 on SPX. At 6850, we posted that we had an expectation of a sharp pullback for the next three sessions. It is now 11/14. That was a sharp pullback. We danced out of a lot of our longs at 6850 that we got on last Friday. We added some puts. Traded two trades publicly for over 500%, one for 1,000%. One was like 700%, one was 1,000%. I actually got like 500%. I had a worse entry than what I posted on the second trade. Anyway, a couple things I mentioned in that video. I wanted to see retracement or new lows on NVIDIA. We got that. We haven't got new lows yet. I would still prefer to see new lows, but it's not. NVIDIA just really needed a retracement compared to BTC that needed a new actual low. I expected weakness on CVNA from 340. We got that. CVNA, I'm in max position on some things. I got my index calls on SPX. That was another thing I mentioned in the video, that I wanted to do that if and when we had more weakness. So I'm in max position. I'm in my full swings on a few positions, and some I'm in 50%. And how I'm going to approach it from here, likely adding 25. I'm going to be adding the remaining 25 to 50% today, and it depends on whether or not we make another marginal low and you turn back above 6725 intraday. That will give me early indication that we have completed this move to the sharp pullback, and we are going right back up, and it's going to be so fast, especially if we break those lows. And 4 p.m. we're trading by the lows. You really want to wait until Monday morning around 10:30, 11 a.m. Now, we have supported flows here, and I know it may not look like that, but we do. You're going to see that pretty soon. That doesn't mean we go straight up. It means weakness is hard to sustain. So we want to see weakness early in the day before these rebalances come in, and then you get that beach ball underwater effect. But if by all means, we can just go up and not have, much intraday bullshit. I would expect to see new lows. I had to buy there. It's, even though I lean that we're going to go lower, I have to buy when my read, I'm not trying to get the low. I'm trying to be in the right trade for the outcomes we deem much more probable than the market's pricing in at spot. So I don't really care about 100 points, let alone, probably the 50 or so points between here. I wouldn't be managing. I'd be adding. I would be adding risk, and I have a plan to add risk into new lows, and I'll bite the bullet and pay more if we get over 6725 and I'm adding above. In either situation, I am happy as a clam. I am so happy we got a pullback that's a little bit more and my closing notes yesterday for the service was that I still want to see a larger tail on BTC. But the market's going to do the most to get you out of the right trade. You want everyone panicking. You want the fucking guys that hold BTC since, the time, but to be worried should I sell some? Make them do something. Make those guys worry. Get everyone emotional, and then for a while, I've said this for over a year, that we're going to see like 1 million to 5 million on Bitcoin. You guys have to understand what mania is. This is not mania yet. We've had the largest bull run in history. It's going to end with fireworks, and this is not mania. Look at examples of mania, and this is very mild. We have no volatility. This is child's play compared to what we're going to get in 2026. Possibly end of this year. Could definitely start the end of this year. It'll be all right, now we're playing ball. It's going to be a different ball game in the next 12 months than what we've been accustomed to. We had some good moves early this year. And then we had the most boring summer of all time with 99.9 percentile of realized vol. Insane. How boring that was, but we had a ton of great moves this year, and this is going to end. We're going to end the year with one of the best moves, if not the best move we've seen, beyond that 4,800 move. I don't think anyone understands how crazy this is going to get, and most people are not going to just sit there and do nothing. You get paid the most doing the least, and it's sitting on your hands and sitting through the move. You want to trade the inflation. Well, you don't. Obviously, you want to trade the lows and the highs and fucking hold it, but that's my approach to markets on my bread and butter strategies, on my longer duration, on my swing. I want to get those trades on, have the plan of entry. I'll trade it. I will have a place where these trades are validated, certain certain things I conditional and if then statements that confirm whether I want to be in the trade or not. And then if I confirm, we're trying to confirm a positive or negative feedback loop has either begun or ended. And if we know something's just begun, we trade it from tail to tail. It's just how modern markets are. We're going tail to. That's how at 6,000 earlier this year, at all-time highs at 6,200. I have a video on YouTube saying we can get to 4,800. Like a very specific number that I had like trades open for. That was my first 7,000% trade. Awesome trade. That was my best trade ever. But that's only possible because we're going end to end on the distribution of possible outcomes. And we'll continue to do that. It's going to grow stronger, in my opinion, until more people, and I don't think people are catching on too fast to this paradigm. Most people don't know how to even like talk about any of this stuff. It's still a foreign language to the majority of market participants, including what you would consider sophisticated, but most hedge funds are not sophisticated. That is probably the biggest misconception, that these hedge fund guys and the guys managing money know what they're doing. I'm sure some do. I've yet to meet many. Anyway, guys, GLD at 372, 373. I am expecting, if it does hold there and turns back up, the pullback likely is complete there. If we get below there, I would expect new lows on GLD. I hope we get below there. I would love to see new lows. Anything else? So at the moment, I do have a slight lean that we do get marginal lows and weakness in the 4 p.m. But as I was coming into the day, I want to see 6,500s. But as the day has progressed, it's really all gonna come down to the 6,725. And if we can stay around these levels of Bitcoin, press like has a little trap door and gets a marginal, I'm gonna feel great. If we hold above that prior Friday low, this move's gonna take off way faster. If we get below Friday's low, it's gonna take more time. And you don't want to be playing shorter duration, like a week or 2 out, 3 weeks, if we don't hold last Friday's low. If we do hold above and we don't get to 6,500s, you can play short term and with confidence. I would probably wait till after Monday, but more likely than not, you can be able to play some shorter duration with the confidence that we got a nice move coming up. All right, guys. Hopefully you've been able to take advantage of this and you're approaching this methodically, legging into your longs, legging into these theses that I'm mentioning. Only new position that I've added compared to the prior video is my SPX index. And we also added one other position, but I'm going to mention that one. It's related to, it's another derivative of the names I mentioned. All right, guys, good luck. Have a great weekend. Talk soon. And if anyone's interested in checking out the service, get some DMs, schedule an intro call with me. You can DM me. It takes like 15 minutes. I have some slots available today and next week. All right, talk soon.